Retire the colors. If you direct your attention across the harbor to the USS Arizona Memorial behind me, you will see that our national ensign has been raised and lowered to half staff. This is in tribute to all our service members lost on Oahu 76 years ago today. Guests, please be seated. It is customary for ships passing the USS Arizona Memorial to pay their respects by rendering honors. Last week, sailors aboard the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz, namesake of Fleet Admiral Chester Nimitz, rendered honors to the USS Arizona, remembering all those who were lost 76 years ago today. Now, we will render honors to the USS Arizona crew still entombed in their watery grave. Mr. Al Rodriguez, as a representative for all Pearl Harbor survivors, will lead us in a salute. He is escorted by Lieutenant Commander Michael Genta. Al Rodriguez was stationed on Section Base, Bishop's Point, Pearl Harbor, providing logistics for the small aircraft that docked there and preparing men to maintain the submarine nets that spanned the entrance to Pearl Harbor. On the morning of the attack, Al had been informed of the first American action of World War II. USS Ward had dropped depth charges on an unidentified submarine about a mile outside of the harbor entrance. Shortly after, just as Al sat down to breakfast, in fact, the general quarters alarm sounded. Everyone raced from the mess hall to the Armory where they could see the red rising sun symbol on the wings of the incoming planes. Once issued his .30 caliber rifle, Al and fellow sailors began to shoot at the planes as they flew overhead. He recalls the planes flying so low that he could see the faces of the pilots. 2 years later, Al was transferred to the battleship USS Washington. USS Washington had sunk Imperial Japan's battleship Kirishima at Guadalcanal and fought in the Gilbert and Marshall Islands, at Iwo Jima, and in the Battle of the Philippine Sea. In 1945, Al was transferred to the 3rd Naval District in New York City. When the war ended, Al returned home to Hawaii as a hero. He later retired after 24 years of honorable service. Al stands today for all Pearl Harbor survivors. At this time, would all Pearl Harbor survivors and other World War II veterans please stand as able? Mr. Rodriguez, facing the USS Arizona, will now lead us in a salute of those who lost their lives on December 7th, 1941. Carry on. Pearl Harbor survivors and World War II veterans, please be seated. In the Hawaiian culture, the religious leader or spiritual advisor is known as a kahu. Today, we are pleased to have for our invocation a Hawaiian blessing offered by Kanu Kanahele, Kahu O'Connor, Kahu Chang, and Kahu Makani.
This ancient sound recognizes the four powers of the earth in the north, the south, and the east and the west, giving full glory and life to Kahonua, the earth. This ancient chant recognizes the generations of have passed, present, and the future. Let the world know that all shall stand to recognize our Creator. Maku